Hi guys! In this video I'm going to show you how I made this Dreamcatcher. A full list of things I used will be in the description bar below, and the total cost to make this was something around £6 or £7 because I actually had a few things already lying about at home, like pieces of ribbon, beads and things like that. I also found a few of the feathers at my local park, so see what you can find before you go out and buy everything. For the main frame of the Dreamcatcher, I actually used thin branches and twigs I picked up at the woods, and I basically soaked these in water for a few hours, bent them into a circular shape and secured them with thread for a rustic sort of look. But you can use embroidery hoops for a perfect circular frame, which you can find from any local embroidery or craft shop. I used some spare wood paint to paint my branches white, but you can leave them as they are for a natural look, or wrap the entire circle in coloured yarn or ribbon. It's kind of hard to explain this next bit, but I'll give it a go and hopefully you'll get the gist of it watching the video. So you'll start with a long piece of thread, ribbon or yarn and tie it to the edge of your circular frame. I like to add a drop of super glue onto each knot I make in the yarn just so it doesn't come loose. Then you'll stretch the yarn across to another part of the circle, wrap it around once and pull the rest of the thread through the gap and pull tight. This will kind of make a half knot, and then you can take the thread further across the frame, wrap and repeat, and just keep doing this around the entire edge of the frame. When you reach the starting knot on the frame, just wrap the thread around a couple of times, knot it, trim it and add a drop of super glue again. For the next kind of row of thread, the starting knot will be on the thread of the first row. And on this thread I added a few beads using a needle just to make life easier. Each time you wrap this thread, you'll be wrapping it around the thread of the first row instead of the frame. And this process will be repeated until you've filled the frame with a web of thread. I actually changed the colour of my thread a couple of times just because it looked a lot more interesting. When you get right to the middle of the frame, just knot the thread a couple of times and add super glue. And I did this process on two different sized frames as I'll be attaching these together to make one big Dreamcatcher. To make the feather embellishments and decorative bits for the Dreamcatcher, I just got a selection of different ribbons, threads, string and yarn and attached beads and feathers to the ends. To secure some of the feathers I had to wrap yarn around the top of them in order to attach them to the ribbon, and then I used glue to secure them. But with other feathers I could just slip the top of them into a bead, attach a length of string and then add glue to secure. And you can make as many of these embellishments as you want. And I also added little ribbon bows onto parts of my frame. I used some yarn to attach the larger and smaller frames together and made a small hanger for the top of the Dreamcatcher by tying a bow with string. This is a really fun project to make. It only took me a couple of hours and you can make it in literally any colour combination to match your room. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, rate and subscribe for more DIY tutorials coming soon. And thanks for watching.